So here we are about to make stuffed peppers. We did the stuffed cabbage, now the stuffed peppers. I have yellow, orange, and red, and green pepper. Okay, so here I will remove the heart of the pepper and wash them and put them in the water for at least 3 to 5 minutes. And when I remove the middle, it should look like this. Okay. When you wash our pepper after decoring them, you remove the core. All of the pepper cores are out. Yes, so as I said before, I'm making stuffed bell peppers, different colors. As you can see, I have red, green, orange, and yellow. And I have beef this time to stuff the peppers with. I've already pre-seasoned my beef, and I'm gonna cook it a little bit longer on the stove this time, and then I'll add it to the peppers. The peppers will be in the pot, boiling water for at least 2 minutes and removed and drained, and then I'll stuff it with the beef, put it in the oven for maybe an half an hour, and in the sauce. Okay, and this time I'm using spaghetti sauce and pasta and spaghetti sauce combined, and I'll cook that down with some tomato and some seasoning, and that will be my sauce that I'll put the peppers in, and then put it in the oven for half an hour, and you will see the process as we go along. All right, now some of us have problem with salt, and we have to watch our salt intake, and some of us naturally just don't want a lot of salt, and some want their salt. So for those who have to use a little salt, I put the salt in the boiling water. Okay, and I'm using the iodized salt. Okay, that's Spanish right there, so iodized salt. And my water is already boiling, so I'm gonna put my peppers in and let them stay in for a minute or two. Here we go, folks. You hear that sound? The water filling the pepper. You don't want these peppers to be cooked. And if you're like me, you like your vegetables nice and crunchy. And that is the reason why I don't put them in for longer than 2 minutes. You could actually use a steamer for this part of it, but I'm using a regular pot. And my peppers are in, and I'll cover them down so the water could boil over a little bit, and then I'll take them out. So I just removed my peppers from the fire. You can still see the steam going up from there, and I'm about to take them from this water. They're still looking nice and fresh, right? So I'm taking them from this water, and then the next process will begin after they're drained. So guys, here I have my blanched pepper. I put it in the boiling water for at least 2 to 3 minutes. Right, over my peppers. And then here I have my chopped up tomato, red onions, and garlic. Okay, and this tomato, red onion, and garlic I'm gonna fry up in a pan, and I'm gonna add it to the sauce that's gonna be for these, right? So these are gonna go into a sauce once they're stuffed, and then they'll go in the oven, like I said, for an half an hour, and they should be ready to be devoured. So guys, remember earlier I mentioned my chopped up tomato and garlic and red onion, that I was gonna saute them or fry them up and then add them to the sauce for the oven with the pepper in it. I have actually changed my mind, and I'm gonna blend all these seasoning, blend the garlic, the red onion, and the tomato, and then add it with the spaghetti sauce and the pasta sauce, and that's gonna be the sauce that my peppers are baked in for 30 minutes. Okay, so I'm about to blend these. You can actually make your own sauce from scratch if you want to, but because I don't want to, I'm using the spaghetti sauce and I'm using the pasta sauce, okay? And then, like I said, I'm gonna blend it here, and that's gonna be my sauce for my tomato, for my stuffed peppers. So I'll pour a can of this in, and that's gonna be the liquid for blending, okay? And then the other one I'll add later on. So let me go ahead and blend. So I'm done blending, and some people might saute, and I do that sometimes too. I saute my seasoning and then I blend it, and it's flavorful. This way is also flavorful and easier. So I chose the easier way today because I need less pot to wash and less time to do this meal. In one of my previous video, I showed you how to do the stuffed jalapeno peppers with cheese, but this is not jalapeno peppers, this is the sweet big peppers. And so this is my meat right here, the beef warming up because it was already pre-cooked, and that I'm gonna add to the peppers. Okay, all right, that's the beef right there, looking so good, looking so good. Yes sir. And boy, is it smelling good. Ooh, smelling so good. Seasoning always makes things smell so good. Guys, I've already put in all my seasoning. I'll show you a part of that from the stuffed cabbage video. I'll show you when I was seasoning up the beef. But I need to put an extra little black pepper, some dill, Mrs. Dash, rosemary, and bay leaf in it, okay? And that will make it extra tasty. So that's what I'm about to do. Also the stuffed pepper, or the bell pepper that I'm about to use for the stuffed pepper, we call it sweet pepper too. If you put a piece in this beef while it's steamed, it will give the beef itself such a good flavor, such a good flavor. So I've already added a piece of sweet pepper in it, and that's already boiled out, and the pot is smelling so good. And then of course, as I told you before, I have my pepper waiting to be stuffed, and I have the blended sauce to go with it, okay? All right, so we will see the outcome. And if you're a cheesy person, sometimes I am, you can actually put some cheese on top of it for the last maybe 5 minutes of baking. You could do some Parmesan cheese if you want, mozzarella cheese, or cheddar cheese. It's up to you. Pepper jack, any cheese you like. But for me, I might just sprinkle some Parmesan on top of it when it's done, and that's it with some parsley. And it's good to go. All right. So my deep baking pan is ready. I have placed some sauce in the bottom of the pan. Blended sauce. That's the spaghetti sauce, pasta sauce, blended with all the natural seasoning together. Okay. Okay. So my beef is done. I've removed it from the fire and it's still boiling. That's the fire over there I just removed it from. And it's still boiling. So I'll let this cool a little bit. If I was gonna put breadcrumbs and eggs in my thing, I would let this cool completely and then add it in. But because I'm not adding any breadcrumbs or no eggs, I am gonna put it in while it's warm. That way it spends less time in the oven. Right now it's too hot for me to handle, so I let it cool a little bit. So I've already put a pepper, okay, into the sauce, into the pan. It's not stuffed yet, I'm about to stuff it. Just wanted to show you the process. You can hold it in your hand, you can rest it in the pan, however you like. But the idea is to get all of that inside, all of this stuff stuffed with the beef. And you can use any meat you want. The cabbage I use turkey, this time I use beef. And vegetarians will probably use their kind of meat. Yeah. You might be wondering, what am I gonna heat this with? Is this the only thing I'm gonna have? No, it's not the only thing. I have some kale, steamed kale, and that's what I'm gonna have today. No cabbage today, just steamed kale with some cauliflower cut up in it. So there you have a stuffed pepper right there. And I take it all the way to the top right here. Okay? Well, that's one. And I will show you the others in a minute. Now for the green pepper. And they're standing. I didn't have to cut the bottom because I think I tried to put too much of that. But there you go, that's better. I did not have to cut the bottom for them to stand because the bottom is flat enough. And I think they adjust also. Some of them does not stand. You just have to slice the bottom off a little bit, not too much, because you don't want to bore a hole in the bottom. You want your meat to stay in this pepper when it's done baking. And guys, you could even eat this like this because the beef is already cooked. The pepper, I put in the water for that brief moment, 2 to 3 minutes to blanch. And you like your pepper just like if you're having a salad and you're having your pepper raw, except this one is blanched. So you could just eat this pepper like this. There you go. Oh, that's 2 peppers. I'm just making, what is this, 3, 6, 8 peppers. I mean, you can do as many peppers as you want for as many people as you want. If I had more peppers, I probably would do 9 or 10. Well, these are the only peppers I have, and if it's, I'm pretty sure the meat is more than the pepper. So, like last time when I did the cabbage, I had meat left over. I just mixed it with kale and cauliflower, and that in itself was one meal. And this time I'm gonna have leftover beef, a lot of it. I can store it again for another set of stuffed pepper or something else. Could be stuffed potato too. You can do stuffed potato. That is delicious. Yeah. So you just get your potato, boil a little bit in the skin, and then you scrape it out a little from the middle and add all of this beef inside it. Just think about that with a potato, Irish potato, sweet potato. I've never done the sweet potato, but I know that's possible. Anything is possible with food. But I've done the regular Irish potato. So I think I put just a little bit in this one, too much, but it's good. And I probably rearrange it away from the side of this, but for now I'm just setting it in, and then I can always move it around. Okay, so there you go. I'm gonna put the rest in. So as you can see, folks, this can take more stuff in the pan. You have area there. So guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put something else over it. By the time I'm done stuffing these pepper, I'll decide what goes in that little slot. Okay. So guys, I didn't have anything else to put in there, so what I did, I just spaced out my stuff. I spaced out my peppers, and I'm about to put more sauce in the pan and put it in the oven, okay? It's ready for the oven, and guys. So this is my leftover, so I'll leave it for another time to make something else. Coming along, folks, coming along. I just removed the foil and I just put some cheese on top, and I'm putting it back for another 10 minutes, and it should be done by then. Well, here we are at the end of it all, guys. It's finished. Just took it out of the oven. That's the finished product. Now I had to bake it for 40 minutes instead of 30 minutes because I had it covered with the foil. I took it off and then had another 10 minutes with the cheese on top. So here we go. Delicious stuffed bell pepper stuffed with beef inside, minced beef. Alright. Try it, please. All of you are welcome to try it and tell me what yours turn out like. If you like it or if you don't like it. Thank you for watching. Appreciate it. Did you hear somebody talking in the background asking where they're gonna put it because somebody's about to take some of this away?